And we're live. Say hi, everyone.
Hello and welcome to the world of Aeraus. Since it's been a while because life happened during March, we'll take our time to reintroduce everyone in the stream. Starting with...
Hold on. One moment. Just, you sure we moved on to the live stream?
Yeah, we should be on the live screen now.
Oh, wait, no, there we did. There we go.
Right, but
Okay.
remember there's a bit of a delay. There's a bit of a delay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was getting worried. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Let us start with reintroducing everyone again. Starting with Agamida.
Oh, excuse me. Hello. My player name is Nicole. I play Agamida, the barbarian lizard folk.
Hello, I am Sidon. I am the kobold, I am Alexa. I play Sidon, the kobold artificer.
Hi, I'm Leo. I play the Mia, the wild search barbarian.
Alan? Alan?
Did you mute your mic?
I forgot which button was speak again.
God damn it.
I will eventually remember this.
We should put a post-it note on
No. Tattoo it on the back of his hand.
I'm Alan. I play the delusional character of Sachiko, who is a Kitsune summoner. And I think today's going to be very fun.
Hum.
Hi, I'm Hum, and I'm playing Fuck You! Otherwise known as Dorian.
I was about to say, that's an interesting name.
Dorian, the guy who did a teensy little bit of genocide.
I'll be honest, he's not really pissed. You're going to find out what he's pissed off about, and it's not probably what you think he's pissed off about.
Technically speaking, it was one person shy of mass murder.
It was a bit of accidental murder.
Technically, it was mass manslaughter.
Yes.
Would you say it was coincidental murder?
It was mass manslaughter.
It was mass manslaughter. Because he didn't know what he didn't know that he had accidentally killed any. He didn't have the intent to kill anyone, and didn't.
Welcome to Lagrange. We have coincidental murder.
Coincidental.
Like, you'd also put a reckless endangerment charge on added on top of it as well.
Yeah.
Next up, I think it's Moira.
Yep.
Hello everyone, my name is Moira. I am playing Vixen, the fox-themed shifter, Way of the Astral Self monk, and I am definitely not a bard.
So you're saying you're a bard?
Next up is Necro.
Wait for more into this. Yeah, I'm Necromojo, and I play Colton Aloris. The party's rogue / warlock who's got a lot of existential dread.
And I am Eliza, your host and guide to the world of Aeraus. So who wants to cover what happened last time?
Badger.
We found a big lizard.
Badger, mushroom. Badger.
We
I'm sorry,
killed
I
said
had to.
lizard.
Yes, we were confronted in the middle of the night by werebadgers.
Yes.
Yes, werebadgers, and they wanted Hum's head. Thankfully, we found a solution that wouldn't, have him 6 feet under. Unfortunately, that also included turning him into a werebadger.
And breaking his fucking nose!
Yes.
Yes, because while at the beginning of the confrontation, Dorian was probably about to say something that would have the entirety of that Were-Badger tribe aiming to murder Dorian. Vixen decided to do some martial diplomacy and uh, very swiftly asked Dorian to be quiet, and then scolded Dorian and attempted to, cool everything down. And yeah, things have been a little tense in the party.
Then,
But
we then hunted a basilisk. Dorian came up with, I think, and I don't want to be big-headed, a very good plan,
yes,
and we killed the
Dorian.
basilisk.
Yes,
I tried
Dorian.
my best to help.
Yeah, Dorian then switched tack and did what he does best, coming up with a plan to kill something, and we killed the thing. Yes.
And you're
And
now,
we're now here.
yes,
Yeah,
helping
Touchy still probably has no idea what's going on.
helping the badgers and honey badgers move into a new home.
Sachi was a
Oh,
clown.
no! That was not part of the agreement.
Yes, it was actually.
No, it wasn't. We got them the fucking place. They can sort it out themselves. Dorian is not helping move a single thing. He is sulking.
To be fair, there probably is a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned, which can be helped using prestidigitation. I don't have that cantrip.
I think I do. Let me check.
One of the few
Actually, no,
times
I
I
know.
don't have prestidigitation.
In all seriousness, I
Okay.
know exactly what Dorian is doing.
Skulking.
Okay. So
Yep,
No,
I have
so-
clean. I have the spell of clean.
Vixen's actually going to go find Colton and try to get him to come with her to find Dorian, because it's not a grand plan. So am I able to find both of them?
Dorian is currently trying to pull the basilisk away from the entrance, so he can start skinning it.
And Sachi is
Okay.
actively cleaning the entrance and working her way towards the cave entrance as well. Just casting prestidigitation constantly.
In that case, I want to find Colton and bring him over and have a little meeting with Dorian.
You can probably where would Colton be?
I'm doing surprisingly well at dragging this corpse.
Hold on one moment. There we go. Continue.
Hello?
Oh my god.
No?
Hello.
So am I able to find Colton?
Probably yes. You are able to find Colton.
Okay. Colton. So I don't know how much of the this basilisk we actually need, but I think given what the nature of this situation, what do you think about trying to carve up as much of the basilisk as possible to have some kind of uh, feast? Doesn't sound like the right word because it doesn't feel like we're celebrating anything, but to at least feed everyone here. What do you think about that?
Necro? Necro.
Press the button.
Sorry.
You were asked the question.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Okay, so Vixen was asking Colton. So I I was thinking that I don't know how much of this animal that we would actually be able to benefit from, but given what these people have been put through, it might be good to carve up as much of this animal as possible to have well, a feast doesn't sound like the right word, but to feed everyone. What do you think about that? You're better at cooking than I am.
Um, would Colin have any idea how to cook a basilisk?
Probably it wouldn't be that difficult.
Like,
Do,
I
do
think
you
He's
it's
think we
already
really
should?
look
planning to
out
cook a
for.
lot of it.
As long as you don't cook any of the venom sacs.
Yeah, this is basically a pufferfish situation.
Mm. It is it is also a lizard though, and
Yeah.
would that really be any good?
I mean, I've had roasted iguana. It's pretty tasty.
Fried alligator tail is amazing.
From what I've
What?
had, a lot of the lizard meat I've consumed from the local butcher that we used to know was pretty reasonable, as was the snake that we could get and the gator that we got on a couple occasions.
Like, remember
Well,
that one time me and Alan, remember that one time me and you had the gator and snake gumbo?
Yeah, that was pretty good. What did we add as the third meat again? I think it was shrimp.
Yeah.
And unlike what a lot of other people like to claim, it didn't really taste like chicken. It did
No.
have kind of a halfway poultry-esque taste, but it also had something more like, I don't know, frog legs is a good example.
Yes.
Because I don't know how many people have tried frog either.
Yes, I've tried all these meats, but I would still prefer to be a vegetarian if I could.
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah,
Vegetarian is
not
just
really
is the
sure how to
best.
describe it. It was pretty good though.
Yeah, the gator I had was it tasted like chicken, didn't exactly feel like chicken. It was a bit. It's been so long, I kind of forgotten, but I do remember that.
Okay, cool. So what's Colton's feedback?
yeah, I was gonna say. Because well, I suppose we could serve it up possibly. Mostly just to
Okay,
do with the venom sac, but I think I could probably do something with it.
okay. Do you think I know he's probably not in the best mood right now, but maybe we should get Dorian involved. He might have be a helpful consultant here. It would give him something to
Colin just
do.
thinks for a minute, like, Darian and helpful. Odd concept. Sorry.
At at the very least,
Does
it gives
not compute.
at the very least it gives him something to do, and it lets him feel like he's being helpful. And who knows, maybe
So you want me to babysit him?
I'm I'm willing to at least be an intermediary to get this started, and I'll talk to oh shoot, I forgot her name. Oh, hang on, I forgot that character's name.
Bitch ass bitchy face.
The lady that who's SO a certain someone killed. Yes, that person.
Mhm.
Yeah, a sorry excuse for a black and white media interpretation of a mayor.
What?
Huh?
A cow.
Media interpretation of a mare?
What was the name of the Air Ganassi who was the basically like the leader of the tribe? I forget her name. Um,
Cirrus.
Cirrus. Yes. Um, I'll and of course I'll ask Cirrus if this is something that she and everyone else would be interested in, and how much of the basilisk they would want. If they want any of the more um,
Aside from the
functional parts.
plants, aside from the poison glands.
Right.
To be fair, I'm not sure we could eat it all quickly enough, so more mouths would be more useful.
Right.
And
So-
I'll maybe ask Darian and see if he was to assist. Maybe cooking a meal for the people he harmed will give him a perspective.
Very true.
Vixen, I do not understand why you are giving away all of the fruits of your kill.
Well,
I
Because they
didn't.
lost
I
their
may not
house.
have seen what you did, but you're the one who destroyed the basilisk.
well, I did not do this alone, and even if I did, I can't eat all of this myself. So why not share?
It is yours to use as you wish. I am just suggesting that you be a bit more selfish.
That is not something I thought I'd hear from anyone. Ever.
It would better your survival.
I've survived pretty well by trusting others. Um, I'm not a fool, but sometimes you do have to depend on other people. You can't do everything yourself.
Yes, that is unfortunately true.
I mean,
Fortunately, she says.
where would Felix be without your help? You're training him to be as fierce and capable as he can be.
Yes. Felix would still be Felix, though.
Okay then.
And I think on that note, it's a matter of finding Dorian and trying to get buy-in from him on this project.
You find Dorian basically pulling the basilisk away from the entryway of the cave.
Rolling a nat 20.
Yeah. You get the basilisk like all the way over to here.
Where, sorry?
Where I just
Oh,
moved the basilisk.
I was thinking like here or like here, just like a more just a place where like I'm not going to be fucking disturbed. And
To be fair,
he's already
I'll
going. He's already started skinning it.
I'll probably be trying to do some sort of check to locate the venom glands and try and remove them safely.
Don't touch it, siding. You don't know what you're doing.
No, but I can at least learn what it looks like on the inside. Try to locate any vital points of interest. In case we ever come across one again, it will be useful information.
I think probably while Dorian is being very protective over this job, he's kind of at least assigned himself. Like Vixen and Colton come over like Dorian, perfect. Exactly what I was hoping you would already be doing. Um, what do you think? Do you think you would be able to that you and Colton would be able to work together to help to carve up all of the edible parts of the basilisk so that we could prepare it for a collective meal that we can eat together with the Were Badger tribe?
Sure, whatever the fuck. Hold on. A tough scale. Whatever the fuck you want, Vixen. Whatever the fuck you want.
Thank you, Darian. Despite what's happened in the last day, I do genuinely appreciate your help.
Yeah, go fuck off.
Okay.
Why,
Just
why are you
looking
being
between
so,
the both
why,
of you.
why are you being so hostile?
I am doing my job. And he's taking the blade out of the skin. And you're distracting me. So if you want the meat, then go away so I can do this in mostly silence.
All right. Let us know if there's any other way that we can assist you. Just let us know when all the edible parts are prepared. Thank you.
Eliza, obviously
Yeah.
subject to obviously I'm assuming successful rolls. Dorian wants the main fangs, the venom glands, the eyes, and as much of the hide intact as possible.
I'll be offering
As
the
well
action.
as the is it the I can't remember whatever the organ has the liquid in that cures petrification.
Technically the venom glands as well.
The pancreas also cures the poison.
That's it. Hold on, I'm just
Yeah,
there's also a few. Hold on, I'm just pulling up their lore because there's a few. I think there's a few things. Eyes are one of them.
This was something I was wondering. Does the basilisk have the ability to actually crunch through the stone, or does it have an enzyme in its saliva that turns the petrified
so
victims?
it eats it, and then as it eats it, the fluid turns it back into turns it back into. So I want the eyes, the gullet, so the eyes, the gullet, the fangs, the venom,
The hide, please.
the hide as well. I want the hide.
What don't we want of this thing? Aside from the excrement.
I don't give it. Dorian doesn't give a shit about the meat. He just cares about the eyes, the fangs, the venom, the gullet.
Basically, the usable parts Dorian
and
cares
the
about.
hide.
The less usable parts he doesn't give a crap about. Is that correct?
Again, I'll be providing the help action.
Okay,
Do whatever I can to help.
a survival check with advantage.
Yeah.
20. Okay. You are able to successfully remove the venom sacs, and you have them. There are two of them. They're located in the back of the neck on either side.
1 second. Let me just get my equipment. Bass. Venom gland. How many?
You get two of them because there's only two in there, but you get them both intact.
Yep.
You get the eyes.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Good. That's two. If we can preserve them, we can. I have got an idea for preserving them. I don't know if it would work though.
Roll me a D. Roll me a D20. Actually, no. Roll me two D10s.
Oh.
Instead. You're able to get
9 and a straight. 10 of the what? Sorry.
10 of the teeth.
10 teeth.
Including the two main fangs. Well, two of the four main fangs.
That was right. So 6 regular teeth.
Yeah, and the two top fangs and one of the bottom main fangs.
And then
You're
teeth.
able to let me roll to see everything else.
If it's possible, Dorian would like to get at least some of the hide with the scales off in one piece. There is a reason why I want that. I have a plan for it.
You're able to get the pancreas out safely.
Nice. Basilisk Fang.
Let me roll to, you're able to get the gullet out successfully.
So Basilisk Gullet.
And let's see. You're able to get enough of the hide material to be about 2 yards of workable material of the hide.
2 yards.
That's quite a bit.
Okay.
And if you want, you are also able to get 6 of the spines.
Yeah, I'll go for 6 of the spines.
And that's pretty much it that you're able to get.
Do the spines have anything special about them, or
Kind of. You can use them for something. I'm not going to tell you yet without research.
that's fine. Then the other question I also have is, while Dorian was skinning it and stuff, is he able to spot anything in this that is like obvious, as in, right, that explains it suddenly growing in like...
While you're peeling off the hide, you notice 2 large tattoos that have been tattooed onto the hide.
Okay, can Dorian? I know if it's too late to say, then fine. Can Dorian very carefully remove those sections of the hide separate from the rest of it?
Roll me another survival check with advantage, because I'm guessing Sidon's still helping.
Yeah. Also, wait, why remove it? If this thing can make you bigger, we might be able to make a magical item out of this.
Okay, hold on. Outside of saying that, go, okay, right. You know more about these than I do.
Yeah. Can I identify what kind of origin or some kind of activation mechanism this could possibly have with, using it in armor?
Sure.
Dorian's
check.
I don't know. I'm like, Dorian's like happy that he can remove it if that's the right thing to do, but he doesn't know if that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Sorry. What check?
Investigation.
Okay. Sorry.
Can I give him the help action?
You can, if you have proficiency with investigation.
Oh, hold on. I actually don't know if I do or not. I do.
Either way. Okay.
So yes, Sidon, you do have advantage.
I mean, not much of an advantage. That's a 20 against a 19, but still pretty good.
It actually does help you meet the check because they have a DC of 20.
Let's go!
They are spell rod tattoos.
Oh, these are spell rod tattoos. These could be... Wait a minute.
One had the enlarge reduce spell cast on it,
Ooh.
meaning that it could, once per day, cast enlarge on itself, but it's a modified spell rod tattoo.
Huh.
Meaning, it doesn't end if the creature dies.
So... this is an interesting one.
Yeah, because that looks like some kind of... I didn't study a lot of magic, but I did come across like different, like sorcerers being able to do weird things with their incantations. That looks like when that bit there looks like, was it meta magic they call it?
I think so. this will
Yeah, that
basically
looks like a weird modification there.
However, once we get this all done, I need to try something. And keep in mind, this may just shrink everything. at
Okay,
best.
then the key question is, do we cut it off or do I need to go around it?
If it's connected to the creature's body itself, it might just shrink everything. But chances are, it will probably just shrink down at one moment.
So if I remove all the stuff that I want first, then we deal with it.
That could work. We'll cut off the part of it that's spell rot tattoo. Then continue with everything else. I need to perform some tests on the spell rot tattoos.
Yeah. I've still got well, the teeth and the venom glands to remove first. Then that should give you enough time to figure that out, and then we can move on. Then the stomach seam is far enough away from the tattoo where I could probably open it and get at the gullet and innards first. I also have to get rid of the eyes. Honestly, mate, this could be done last.
And the other spell rot tattoo is stone skin.
Oh, that explains why it was so difficult to hit. Yeah, we have stone skin on this thing. Meaning,
Yeah,
it could give you a boost. If interacted with, it could give someone who's wearing it a bonus to AC.
Well, it didn't fucking help. It didn't fucking help it much, did it?
Yeah, but it was the best it could do, given what it was made with.
I could always use more AC to meet a head round the corner.
You also see a third tattoo, but it's not a spell rot tattoo.
And that's it. Is it what I think it is?
It's just the insignia of the Lord.
Spade or neuter?
Yep.
At least the king did something right.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently this thing's reproductive organs were pretty much cut. Thankfully.
So I guess we're not. So I guess we're not getting any eggs to sell then.
I mean, it's more so the end. It's more so the reproductive fluids that it uses to fertilize the eggs. But
yeah, no, they're only viable if they're first. Although they do make big amulets. We need them fertilized for them to be worth a shit ton. Ah, fuck this fucking sinew, mate. Have you got another dagger? This one's blunted. As he just throws it in the vague direction of Demeter.
Also, Demeter, you kill things before they even have a chance to attack you.
Wait, I have another one here.
Meanwhile, I'm going to move over to Sachi really quickly. Sachi,
this will probably not bode well.
Sachi, as you're entering in the cave and you're going through.
She is actively trying to watch out for other lizards because she doesn't know if that was the only lizard. But she's mostly cleaning and looking for stuff to remove from the cave to make it more livable, like any shiny things to get out of the way, or any bones, or like corpses, or any of that stuff.
You did trip
have Lausch and Colburn remove that from the area, kind of thing.
You do find a pile of corpses by tripping and falling into them.
So just sort of climb back up and ask Lausch and Colburn to remove them from the cave.
And as they're being removed, one of them drops a book.
Book.
I have to roll something real quick. Give me a sec.
It might be a
She put it in the
grimoire.
bag of folding.
No, not this! No! Why?
We're gonna have to fix that later.
Did you put the book in the bag of folding?
Yes! I rolled a 3!
Lovely. But
Oh boy.
that's gonna be hilarious.
Why?
I rolled a bloody 3. She didn't even stop to look at it. She just chucked it in the bag of folding.
Sachi is cleaning.
You were good.
Oh yeah, that's why she put it in the back of folding. Gee, that book is ruined.
Simon is going to be very much crying over this.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
I imagine when I open it, it's just going to be a bunch of origami.
But the book title.
Possibly.
The book title: How to Save the World and Everything You Need to Know. Unlegible.
But you also find some like various things like the stuff that the people who are dead had, including the fact that you find on one of them you find a seal.
Okay, at least she didn't put everything else in the bag of folding. She's putting it aside properly. It's just the book that went into the bag of folding.
I know you mean seal as a stamp, but my brain instantly went to the sea animal.
Well, I could have meant the singer.
I don't know a singer called Seal.
Ooh,
Mhm.
to a kiss from DMCA.
I don't know music.
Don't cry, you're not alone.
But yeah, you do also find a bracelet amongst the things.
Give me a sec. I have to make sure she's not going to impulsively put that on.
Let's see.
We're safe! She put it in the bag of folding.
God damn it!
Bracelet of self detonation activated by folding it in half.
No, I know that. Okay, we'll see how this plays out.
Colton, you're sorry, not Colton. Darren, you're currently seeing smoke coming out of Sign's ears and off the collar.
This is what happens when Sachi's left unattended.
Why do I feel irrationally angry?
I don't know. Maybe it's just Vixen's in within a mile of us. I know I get irrationally angry now.
I guess that's given the.
At least she didn't impulsively put it on.
Yes.
I don't know which is worse.
Neither do I.
What do you mean? Neither do you. You're the DM.
I know.
This is what all my characters do to poor Liz.
Right now you're doing it to someone in character and someone out of character.
But the only other thing that you find of note is a quill pen.
Okay, that just goes into the normal bag.
Of course, it's the quill.
Oh yeah, you also see some words written on the wall.
Oh, that's good.
In blood.
Bad question.
Yes?
I don't want to ask. Does she notice it before she accidentally cleans it away?
A wisdom check. Oh no, wisdom save. Wait, no, let me check. Wisdom check.
She's gonna roll something below a 10, isn't she?
I'm just imagining in it.
Okay, 16. You notice them just before you're about to cast clean.
Okay, she'll write it all down. Oh god! I gotta roll again.
Oh no. Well, she put the writing in the bag of folding.
Instead of using some of the blank pages that she has in the bag of folding, she decides not to write the text on the inside of the book that she put in there. Instead, she wrote it on the back of some forms. She didn't roll high enough to use blank paper, but she did roll high enough to not desecrate the book.
Man, what it must be like inside that swirling chasm that is Sachi's mind.
What it must be like to float through the void, not a care in the world.
In case it's relevant, she did use the quill pen that she found.
Okay. What you wrote down was this. You don't know what it says because wait, what languages do you speak again?
Technically, most any language through the network, but the ones that she can actively access off the cuff would be Common, Sylvan, and Dwarven. So do I have to roll to see if she has to access the network to figure this out?
1 second.
Why do I have a bad feeling?
Almost anything involving Sachi is either going to be hilarious or just more bad feelings.
Or maybe both.
Finds mysterious magic tome. Puts in bag of folding.
I'm tasting copper. Do you smell toast?
I do. You're not having a stroke.
Huh. Do you think we should go check on them?
No.
I will. Demir walks over and starts heading towards the cave.
1 second. I just need to write down what it says.
Oh, sad. I never thought she would leave.
You seem to be a lot more irritable after the infection.
He just looks at Sidon.
I'll shut up now. But seriously, if you need someone to talk to, I'm right here.
I
think
am
it would-
good. Okay, one thing down.
Okay, I've got everything except for. Well, okay, let's see. This. Got the claws, got the teeth. Got a few of the spines, too. Quite sharp, I imagine. The eyes. Also,
This is
who
what
knew an
it
ice cream
says.
scoop would actually work? The quadruped confinders. Let's see.
Yeah, she'll try to figure out what that means using the network.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is one of the languages not in the network. It's Old Tongue.
So
I
not
swear
even in
that
our freaking archives. Damn, that must be some strange ass shit.
I swear to the gods, if that book was a dictionary from the old times.
Hey, Sachi, Demir says waving. You okay? What are you looking at?
It's a 6. She does not think to look at the book.
Demir's waving at you as you forget about.
I'm finding stuff and cleaning everything.
But when you
She
write
points
it
to the
down,
corpses that Colburn and Lausch are dragging out of the cave.
but when you do write it down with the quill pen, the letters do glow.
Neat. Does Demir see the writing?
I'll just blatantly hold up. Look what I did
There's glowing
with the glowy text.
Ooh, shiny.
Because she thinks it's pretty.
Demia also agrees with you that it's pretty. I assume I don't speak the old tongue, Eliza.
No.
Larry, do you know what this says?
No idea. But before I clean all the blood off, I wanted to make sure I documented it first.
Do you know anything, Larry? I look at my shadow.
The old tongue. I know it.
What does it say?
She'll write down another copy of it on a clean piece of paper and like toss it towards the shadow, so Larry
Oh,
can get
now
a
you
better
use
look.
clean paper.
The Forbidden Continent has returned.
What's the forbidden?
You'll write that
content?
down underneath the old tongue words, still with the same quill pen.
Demia pokes her head out of the cave and goes, "Does anyone know what a forbidden continent is?"
I believe the word forbidden means don't go to it, and continent means a big landmass. So I guess it's a big landmass you shouldn't go to, Demeter.
Because there's old language text in here.
You know what? Maybe your village has the answer. So why don't you go there and find out?
Sidon is no longer there. They are
That's-
immediately in the cave.
Just booking it to them before Sachi cleans away the blood.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do I know at least what some words look like?
Yeah, you would have seen what some words look like in old tongue.
What
How much of it has been cleaned off by the time by the time Sidon gets to Sachi?
What did it say? What did it say?
Thankfully, you've only erased one word.
Sachi shows Sidon the.
Would there be
So
any?
I have to calm down enough to actually speak.
Would there be any documentation that I've read about of a forbidden land?
Sachi will hand you the document for the legalization of keeping chickens in one's backyard, with the back having all the words written down on it in the shining script. Yes, she wrote it on the back of some paperwork that lets you keep chickens in your backyard.
Okay, first off, interesting choice of parchment. Secondly, how did you get this to go?
She just holds up the quill pen she's been writing with this entire time.
Eliza, would there be any documentation that I would have been able to read during my time in my home kingdom about some forbidden continent?
The Forbidden Continent was where the reactor event took place.
How old did that blood look before it was, erased?
Well, most of it's still there. You can take a look at the blood to see how old it
You
is.
only lost the first word of Sia.
Okay. Yeah. Can I do some sort of check to see how old that blood was?
Just an investigation check should be able to tell you. All you have to do is beat a 12.
22.
A week old.
You see, it's hard to see, but you do see Sign get paler. Oh. Oh no.
It's around this time that Sachi gets the idea to reach her hand into the bag of folding to procure the book.
How does
Because
it
she
look?
thinks Sidon likes books. How
What
does
is the
this
state
thing
of
look
destruction?
now?
Well, the cover is kind of folded like in on itself in triangular shape, but all the pages are folded into multiple, like, it's all folded to be triangular, so it looks like you have to unfold everything if you want to read it.
Sachi, what did you do?
I put it in the bag.
But you can make out the title.
And what would that be?
This is the Kira tome. A tome of the Kira tome. Okay, Kira was the name of the reactor. It's basically a tome of
Reactor.
that people predicted at the reactor.
It's bloody ancient knowledge that Sachi has accidentally ruined.
Yep.
Sachi, if I were not a pacifist, I would be wringing your neck.
I rolled to see if this would be there. That's just why I asked, how many people of you would know about myths and legends?
Oh no!
Should
Okay.
I put it back in the bag of folding to see if it fixes
No,
things?
you! I am immediately grabbing. I am jumping and grabbing that book from your head. No! No! I need to read.
By the way, this is how you spell the name of the tome.
Yeah, you don't have to grab it. Sachi's literally offering it to you. All you have to do is take the thing before she gets the impulse to actually put it back.
Okay, yeah, no. This is ancient knowledge. This is incredible. Find. Where did you find this?
Pauses for a second, then just shrugs. She doesn't remember which corpse had it. She wasn't really paying close enough attention.
You know, I should probably ask.
You
was
might
there
want to
a
ask
body
Colburn, who was the one who was actually carrying out the corpses.
Looks to Colburn.
If I recall correctly, it was the one with golden glasses.
I'm sorry, the one with. There was more than one corpse.
Yes, the one with the golden glasses.
All the corpses are just stacked up right near the entrance. Just piled.
Sachi, is there anything else you found that you may want to show Sidon? Demeter thinks and asks.
She thrusts the quill pen into Sidon's face.
This doesn't seem magical at
Not
all.
intentionally. She's just like pauses, thinks, and then shows off the quill pen she found.
Do you have detect magic?
Let me see it. I should have the tech. No, not available now. No.
Demia has this. Give me a sec.
The pen
I'm
is
sorry,
magical.
she's already forgotten about the necklace.
Oh boy.
The pen's magical. I focused to see if I can figure out what school it is.
Illusion.
Ooh, it's an illusionly pen.
Does this sound familiar to anything I might have read about?
No, not really.
This is a new one. I'll try and write something on the wall gently.
Whatever text you write with it starts glowing.
This could be useful in a dark room.
Anything else?
I just realized I used a magic item.
Yep.
Demeter, please hold this.
Demia takes it.
As it made away. Ow. Okay. I'm okay now. Ow. Ow. Okay. That hurt. Now then, if there's anything else, I'm going to start examining the corpses. Everything from the basilisk has been taken out that we can use. The mate's currently being prepared.
As you're leaving, at about the time that you reach the entrance of the cave, so probably a good distance away, you quietly hear a "ah."
Looking back,
You see her digging around in the bag of folding again.
Is there something else that you've neglected to mention?
Yanks out the necklace that she finally remembered existed.
Okay, one thing, I need to roll something right now.
Did I just kill my own character?
Oh, not killed. Okay, one
There
second,
goes your
I'll be
arm.
right back. I'll be right back.
Oh no,
Oh,
that
no.
is. It's bad. It's bad.
After these messages, we'll be right
Why did
back.
I have to roll that she remembered it existed as you were leaving? Because you prompted her to think again. Had you not got her to start thinking again, she would have completely forgotten about that thing.
Okay. I need everyone currently in the cave
Oh no.
to make a charisma save.
Is this charming?
No.
Damn.
So, what does it do?
I'll
To
tell you
me,
what everybody else
specifically.
rolled. There's still two other people in there. Sachi and Demeter were in there.
Because I'm willing to bet. Yep, I'm probably going to be the only one failing this save,
Everyone got rolled
probably.
13.
Oh, great, I'm not alone in this.
Sachi's immune!
Okay.
What happens?
Sachi has spread chaos again!
Demeter? Sidon?
Aye.
Yeah?
You'll find out what happens if you once you go to sleep.
Body swap episode.
Also,
Please no.
you both now have a strange letter on each of their foreheads.
Oh, great.
What has Sachi done?
Yes, what have you done?
I look at with my magical senses. I'm looking at the necklace.
It is magical, although it is also now broken.
Which school?
1 second.
At this point, Science is
How did it
shaking.
get broken? Because technically you could fold a necklace by wrapping the chain around the, like, gem part of it.
Because part of the
It folds everything that goes into it. Every individual link.
That's perfect.
Mhm.
it is an
She's used to
illusion.
just pull a folded fish.
It
Science
is
is,
an illusion as well.
currently shaking. You cannot tell whether it's from an immense amount of anger or anxiety. How much magic overload do I get from this?
You get none, but Demeter, you feel a bit of pain in your back.
Oh.
No.
The mere groans. That's I feel pain in my back.
Also, on Demeter's head is the Greek letter pi, and on Sidon's head is the Greek letter delta.
Great.
Would that have
Just
been
need to turn.
lambda or something?
As in the Greek letters for P and D.
Sachi, would you please hand over that necklace?
Readily gives it to you. Absolutely no contest.
Let me guess. Everything about this is bent. The links, the main part of the chain.
This thing is wrecked.
Side will go out.
I
Into the middle of
really
the
needed to
woods.
roll higher on those impulse control rolls, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
At
Time
least
will go.
neither of you got a nat 1.
Simon will immediately walk out of the cave, out into the forest, and you'll
And
hear
then
a
just
slight,
start
and you'll hear,
screaming.
and you'll hear a slight bit of a robotic scream, and a small before Simon comes back.
Also, while Simon
Choker
is screaming,
smoking.
Demeter, you feel a pain in your throat.
Demeter tries to.
Oh. This is not good. So, Darian, have any of that lotus wine?
No.
Sachi does.
Agamida has some too.
Demeter's going to go grab some water and do a few push-ups.
Before, like, as Demeter's in the pain state, I need a roll to see if Sachi notices this because you didn't mention any like yelling or anything. So if Sachi doesn't notice, there's not much I can do. But she is planning to heal you and give you fizzy drinks if she does notice.
Also, while Demeter is doing push-ups, Sidon, your arms feel tired.
Okay, this is. Do I see Demeter doing push-ups?
Yes.
Can I put two and two together to realize what this is doing?
Roll me an intelligence check.
I swear to God, intelligence, do not fail me. +4. Okay, thank you. 23.
Sachi will be providing Demeter with fizzy drinks and healing.
Yay!
You are feeling whatever pain Demeter feels, and Demeter is feeling whatever pain you feel.
As Simon goes to scream, the choker around her neck just sparks and seems to and the lights and any lights on it just seem to die out as they silently scream.
Sidon, what's the matter, bud?
They hold up a finger, walk over to Demeter, and then slap themselves in the face.
As you slap yourself in the face, Demeter feels it.
Demeter falls on the ground mid push-up and it's like, and starts rubbing where they slap themselves.
Okay. Whatever you want. Whatever you're going through, bud.
They then use the quill to write on a leaf, "Ask Sachi."
Wait. Demeter pinches their own cheek.
Why didn't you feel it?
Grabbing where they've been pinched, looking at Demeter with a bit of bloodlust in their eyes.
You can tell Demeter finally figured out what's going on. Give Sidon a hug.
Physically trembling. This time you know it's from anger, though.
Still hugging.
You ever seen that video of a man paying a chihuahua that keeps trying to bite them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that energy.
Okay, good. Okay, just needed to check one thing on the time on the duration of this.
Hmm?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. You'll find out.
Is Sidon and Demeter basically having a happy slap moment? Basically happy slapping each other constantly.
No, not really.
No, but Side is very much filled with rage. That is
Sidon?
10 pounds of rage and a 5-pound bag.
Sidon, just focus that anger on figuring out what we need to do with these tattoos, mate.
They look at you with a lot more rage.
Mate, I get it. I have the same level of rage right now, but no amount of rage is going to affect these people at all.
I don't
Just
I don't think she's in the mood to deal with
At least you could do something about it.
point to that.
Yeah, Sachi's kind of immune to most external stimuli.
Yeah, I don't think she's in the mood to put her brains to the wounds right now. Off aside in a cupcake.
They will bite. They will take. They will do whatever they can to bite the cupcake and your hand.
You feel well. You
Really,
bite
really.
my, yeah. You bite my hand, but
You feel it.
Sidon, Demia bites your hand. So Demia feels hurt to make you feel better.
I'm not sure how much of this you planned, Liz, but it's glorious.
Sears just walks up towards the others and go point to the two of them, side and Demeter, and go, "Are they okay?"
Do I hear this?
Yes.
Looking at them again with with a lot of anger.
We
And
think
can I?
we think we got cursed.
Has Sachi finished cleaning the cave yet?
At this point, yes.
Sachi's gonna come out and actively look through the corpses and all the rest of the junk that Lausch and Colburn have removed from the.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. So Sidon said Sachi had done something, and Donita has just said, I'm assuming loud enough for Dorian to hear that they think they're being cursed.
Yes.
Okay, at this point, Dorian is now going over to Sachi.
Okay.
At this point, he's going over to Sachi, just grabbing him and just walking over with Sachi over to Demeter and Sidon.
Okay, you drag her over Demeter and Sidon.
Go, fix the curse, you dickhead, and walks back to the basilisk.
She sort of cocks her head to the side, not really understanding what's going on. Then gets a brilliant idea.
Oh no.
God. She'll pull out the extra, like the top shelf, extra strength, extra holy powered Lotus, and immediately just splash it on both of you.
Wait, both of who?
Well, asking Lausch to pour as much divine energy, as much healing energy as it can into both of you at the same time, in an attempt to purge the curse.
You heard Demeter say something about Sidon and Demeter may have got accidentally cursed by Sachi.
Cool.
They seem to be feeling each other's pain.
I need the two of you to roll D100.
Oh! Also, did you say Lotus wine? You were using Lotus wine?
Think like extra distilled, extra magically imbued Lotus wine.
Eliza!
Roll D100.
Eliza!
We didn't notice she mixed Lotus in her wine.
Okay, let me bring up the Lotus sheet.
That's a 2!
Remember, this is the more potent version.
I know.
Okay, Eliza, can I be here for this because I did say that I wanted to find Siri because I had something to talk to her about.
You can be there.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay, let me just look at the table. And we got what numbers again?
2
Two.
and 40.
And we have a Revivify being channeled into this as well.
Okay, okay,
This is either going to do glorious things or horrible things. I'm not sure which yet.
Sachi, what have you done to me?
My late night dinner's here, so do the sign stuff first. Eliza, if that's okay.
okay, so
Sign
40
got
first.
the 2. Sign got the 2.
What she's done is she's used fragmented knowledge of purging curses using divine wine. She's not. She thinks she's doing it right, but even I don't remember if this is the right way to purge a curse with Lotus.
It's not.
Watch your bedroll tonight. You might find a landmine in there. Yeah?
You find yourself alone for a second.
Huh?
You are in a black void.
Upon seeing this, the anger slightly washes away, replaced by new anger at realizing what she did.
And you hear a voice.
What? Who's there?
Oh, lovely. I didn't think I'd get to see you today. I thought that was yesterday.
What?
Or maybe tomorrow.
Where?
Did Sachi send her to her god?
As you see a ball of light appear before you.
And
The
now
ball
the
of light
anger's
then
gone.
slowly turns and becomes a golden eye.
You're meeting Dorian's god again.
Yep. Technically our god.
I did not expect to see you again so soon. Or have... Actually, no, we haven't met yet on your timescale. You've met me already, but I haven't met you.
Yes. A whole lot happened just now.
I'm back with
The
food.
first
What
time-
happened?
First time absolutely livid. But now, knowing that you're here, thank you. I guess... apologies. A lot just happened, and...
I know. I know that you were given my necklace and after it had been broken, and it caused you and a friend of yours to share each other's steps.
Wait, that was... Okay, now the anger's returning.
I knew that my necklace was destroyed eventually. I just didn't know where in time it was. I'm not able to see time the same way the god of time sees it. I see it in my own way. Because I see all knowledge at once.
I wouldn't blame Sachi for it. I'm not sure she knows what she's doing ever. Considering what's going on with her.
Which means that technically you and your friend have become my necklace. Interesting how that works.
Wait, what?
Well, the power had to go somewhere.
So we've received the enchantment that this necklace had.
Yes. It's a necklace of linked memory. Which, if
So
one
if
forms, gives one access to all memory throughout all of time. But only once you are able to fully unlock it. You only have access to a small portion of it right now, which allows you and your friend to share each other's experiences.
That's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure she has a higher tolerance for pain than I do, but if that happens, that's...
Oh, don't worry, that part won't last forever.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll try and repair this best I can.
Yes, you'll also have to find a way to get that power back into the necklace. Also, it is kind of interesting that this is when we meet.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we
I
first...
mean, for me it is because you shouldn't exist for a long time now.
Wait, when you're...
I
At
mean, we
that
are
point...
inside the reactor right now.
Looking around... It's
Welcome
still
to the heart of
void.
magic.
Okay, this is... Oh,
As you start to feel a magic build up inside you.
oh, fuck. No, 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 not again, not again!
And just as the magic is about to explode out of you, you pop back in front of the others. The magic buildup gone.
Can Dorian be of running towards them during this time?
Mm-hmm.
Did I actually build up anything, or...
All your magic buildup is now at 0.
Okay,
Is that good or bad?
what did it look like for everyone else? Did Sidon
Vanish for a bit.
So Sachi splashes them, Lausch casts a spell, and Sidon straight up blinks.
Yep, and meanwhile, let's go on to what happens to Demeter, which was 40.
Hi.
Okay.
How dead am I?
No.
Sorry, mate.
Demeter? You're standing beside yourself. And yourself. And yourself. And yourself.
How many
Huh?
copies are there?
Hi.
There's one
Hi,
copy
hi,
for
hi, hi,
each
hi.
of their wild magic transformations.
So 8.
Yep. Each of them in their different dresses.
obligatory? Is this a JoJo's reference?
Okay, so, with this happening, I have some information. Sachi?
And by the time that
Yeah.
Sidon returns, you all collapse back into each other.
Okay, what happened? Where am I? How much time has passed?
About maybe 30 seconds, and I think I messed up the curse removal ritual.
No, you didn't. This is not a curse. It's a side effect from what you fucking did.
Cocks her head to the side, trying to figure out what she may have done to cause it.
Oh, Sachi, stop! Stop! Do not make a fucking another decision because it's just gonna fucking detonate. I hope just go over there while we clean up the fucking mess you made. Now, go! Fucking go!
Now, everyone needs to listen to this because a few things that we found out. Thank you, Sachi, because you actually did find something and managed to write it down before you scrapped it off.
Vixen comes over, just is asking, what just happened?
First of all, what just happened? You sent me back. I'm pretty sure you either sent me back in time or to a different place, which could actually tie into what comes up next. Well, after what I finish here. I met with a certain golden deity again. Although this time, it was her first time. And we both met up inside the reactor. The heart of magic.
Okay.
And thankfully, that didn't actually make me explode. Demeter, you feeling okay?
Yeah, I saw myself. And myself.
What? You kind of lagged out a bit there.
Demeter just goes, I saw myself and myself.
Well, I
And
mean,
that's
are
all.
you feeling any pain?
Shakes her head.
Okay, so the charge is gone. So thankfully that didn't happen. Secondly, leading on from that, as they pull out the necklace that has been ruling to all hell, this necklace and what we're probably experiencing is supposed to be a necklace of linked memories. Basically, should what I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another one of this or something. I don't know how it works exactly, but we should be able to experience each other's memories. Except we don't have that entirely. Right now, we're just able to feel what each other feels physically.
Okay.
But this was also made, and Griner referred to it as her necklace. Makes sense. Golden Teacher. She is a veritable font of knowledge. I'll be trying to fix this before the enchantment on us goes away, and try to get the enchantment back into this. Third, thanks to Sachi, we might have some information that is quite worrisome. As they pull out the piece of paper that's still glowing with writing. There was something written in blood out in there in Old Tongue. Let me see here. Let's see. See, what are the confinders? Let's share red view. In other
And there's a
words,
translation underneath it too.
yeah, the Forbidden Continent. It has returned. Forbidden Continent, if I remember correctly, is the home and heart of the reactor. The reactor's island has returned.
Okay, and that's this source of all magic that you mentioned?
Yes, it was supposed to have disappeared, but now it's back. Meaning
And
that's probably the people who's trying to. Meaning that's probably the base of operations for those who are trying to cause these major events to occur.
okay, so the island returning is bad. Okay. Um, well, this is a little outside of my area of expertise, but um, how do you feel right now?
I'm feeling okay. I think the energy just sort of got drained from me for a moment.
How
Like
does Sidon look?
At the moment,
Yes.
they're more rainbowy than they used to be with their scales.
so it'll more like an oil slick than an actual kobold.
Yep.
Demir pinches herself.
Okay, ow, still, ow. That still affected us.
Yep.
So, Sidon, you might feel all right, but you look a little different. You look more rainbow colored than you typically do.
Demir pulls out a compact mirror and shows Sidon, let Sidon look at themselves.
What? I try and rub some of the scales, see if the rainbow sheen comes off.
I just want to make sure. Do you feel all right?
I mean, is there anything that I'm feeling?
No, not really.
I'm feeling fine. Also, does the rainbow sheen come off if I rub the scales?
It does not.
Oh, that's weird. That might be some sort of effect. Thankfully, was this necklace like gold with certain jewels on it?
Yes.
Okay, with this I could probably fix it by tonight. As for getting the enchantment back in, that's gonna be a bit more tricky.
Maybe,
Of course,
maybe once you fix it, if we sleep with it, the enchantment will go back into it.
we don't have we'd both have to be in contact. Would that work?
Possibly.
Theoretically, could work, but we'd both have to be. We don't both have to be in contact with it.
So snuggle.
I, I, yeah, at that their face gets a bit more red.
It looks very pretty because all the different colors just kind of glow a bit in the blush.
Mm.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I'm just.
Sorry, go on, Vixen.
Oh, so I'm just glad that. All right, I think we've had enough turmoil.
Enough excitement.
And Vixen just kind of looks at Sachi and just
Who's
says,
no longer where she was standing earlier and is now rummaging through the junk they pulled out of the cave again, with the black shadowy dude gently tugging at her clothing, trying to get her to go back to where she was told
Yeah.
to stand.
I am going to immediately not running and just swiftly walking over to Sachi, Vixen puts her hand on her shoulder and says, Sachi.
She stops rummaging through things immediately and looks at you with a smile on her face.
Sachi, whatever you're doing, please stop. Let's try to minimize the the eventfulness of the next few days, at least until we finish trying to make these poor people that our group has harmed whole. So I don't know exactly what you did to cause this, but let's try to do less of it. Okay? I know you didn't mean any harm, but Sachi,
You
just
can visibly see like her eyes start to glaze over a little bit.
Sachi.
As she nods seemingly
Vixen's
like
going to
accepting and understanding it, but
Vixen's gonna
possibly not.
grab
And
her.
instead of doing anything weird, she just walks over to the meat that's been carved off and starts cooking it.
Before Sachi can all the way walk away,
I was
Vixen's
about to say, no meat has been carved off yet.
Yeah, Vixen's going to grab Sachi's face between her hands and just kind of pull her face towards her and say, Sachi, just nod if you understand, shake your head if you don't. Are you going to minimize the the chaos that you've been causing?
Holy shit, you got a 19. She actually understands. And she nods. You see the light return to her eyes, and instead of the kind of dazed lunatic you've been dealing with so far, she's a competent individual, at least for now.
Okay, Sachi, I need you to I really need you to focus right now. This is a very important time right now. There's a lot of tensions are high right now. I need your help. I need you to be here with me in this right now. I need you to focus and keep yourself out of trouble and not make trouble for anyone else. Okay?
She nods and asks what she can do to actually help.
Okay.
She doesn't phrase it quite that way, but she's like, what can I do to actually help the people that we're helping right now? Like, what can I actually do?
Okay. So
you can see that she actually is there now instead of what she was like earlier, which was kind of not quite here.
So one, do you have a spare blank piece of parchment or paper and a writing implement that I could use?
She pulls out a quill and a few sheets of clean paper for you.
Okay. She takes the few pieces of paper and the quill. Okay. Now I need you to come with me. And then she takes Sachi over to Circe.
Cirrus.
Cirrus, sorry. And so Vixen's going to address Cirrus and ask, so how is everyone else? How's the rest of your tribe faring so far?
They are starting to move into the cave.
Okay, that's I don't know if everyone's like had anything to eat or people are hungry, but we're planning to cook as much of the basilisk rex as we can. Um, we are not going to be able to eat all of it, and it would be a shame to just let such a large piece of game go to waste. So we thought, in the spirit of making the most of this, we could have a large meal together. I'm not expecting this to make everything better, but at the very least, um, hoping that people can have a better night's sleep with full bellies. Um, and I don't know if this is something that you all would be interested in, and if you're not, it's okay. You can refuse this. I would like to. I know that I seem like I'm simply a monk, but I I am skilled with music. Would you all be? Do you think that you all would be interested in um, a performance during the meal?
That would be most appreciated. Who's your good girl? You're my good
Ec-
girl.
Excellent. So I think, why not? What if we have the meal outside, and I can be uh, by the opening of the cave, and it'll serve almost like like a small amphitheater, amplifying the sound of the music so that more people can hear it. Does this
Not.
sound okay? Okay, so um, this is Sachiko. Um, I'm going to she's going to be an assistant for you. She'll help you do anything that you need her to do.
Yeah, and she's
Right,
also holding
Sachi?
up like pots, pans, and cooking utensils.
Thank you for everything, even after your friend made their egregious error.
I'm I don't want to speak for him, but he's not a bad person. Um, I'll yes, but we're doing our best now to make this right. Um, and Vixen's going to just quickly write the address of so she's going to write down the address
Don't you fucking dare! Don't
of
you
our
fucking.
of our state on a piece of paper, fold, and give it to her and say, I understand that this is a everything that we've done after the incident is a small um, measure to make up for what happened. But if there's any help that if you need any more help, just you can contact us here.
Thank you. I
What,
will
you thought we were going
contact
to
you
give
if
them a
I ever
share
need
there?
anything.
Oh, can you repeat that again?
I will contact you if I ever need anything.
Mhm.
Saji
So
also hands her a large stack of bureaucratic papers that she was filling out while you were talking. so it'd all be easy for her to get into the city if they need to. Just make sure that and explains how to use the documents and everything so that you can legally get in, legally talk to us, legally get all that stuff squared away. Because
She,
remember, we're based out of the city of law,
yes,
aka the most horrible bureaucratic nightmare in the world.
they look at the papers, sniff them. I will.
And Sachi is going to explain everything as succinctly and as easily as possible.
I will remember to carry these with me if I ever go there. I'm not used to living in areas with, well, large groups of people. I haven't been to civilization in over 50 years.
Sachi nods as though she understands and asks if she can give Sachi about another 5 to 10 minutes to fill out the paperwork so that it's like to fill out the paperwork to condense the amount of paperwork she would need to take. So she'd only need to take like maybe 5 or 6 pages instead of the 50 or so wide book she just gave.
Yes.
And then Vixen will just say, okay, well, I guess I will leave you to help Cirrus in any other ways that she needs. In the meantime, I have a performance to prepare for. And she just leaves the two of them to do whatever else.
All the while, Sidon will try and find one of. Except one of these were creatures was a tiefling, right?
What?
You said one of the were badgers was technically a tiefling, right?
Wasn't that the one that got killed?
No, the one that got killed was a Goliath, if I recall correctly.
Right, right. It was the Goliath that died.
I would like to approach the. Excuse me, uh, if I may ask for a small. Ask a few questions and perhaps a favor. Give the answer.
What's the question you want to ask again?
Oh, I was saying that in character.
Okay. What? I didn't quite catch what you said.
Uh, if I may borrow a bit of your time and ask you a few questions and perhaps a favor, considering what the answer to those questions might be.
Of course. What do you need help with?
I am a restorer of creations from the old world, and an artificer. And I'm currently working on something that requires energies from different planes of existence. One of which requiring to be from the hells. I was wondering if you had any powers that you might be able to have some control over.
Well, I mean, everyone who's descended from the demons has a little bit of power. Mine's not that impressive, though.
That's fine as long as there is power. All I ask is I need to infuse some of that power into a part for this device as they take out the pocket watch. And with one of these parts, just a little bit of power from you should be more than enough. Thanks to a certain someone glaring at Larry.
I Okay.
It's no pressure. If you're not able to, that's fine. Uh, Another option is I could try working with a bit of a blood sample. That could work as well. It would save work from you, and I could patch you up real quickly.
Sure. She holds out her hand.
I'll try try and do. I'll try and make an incision to get enough blood into a vial.
You get enough blood into the vial and you're able to patch her up very quickly.
Okay? Using cure wounds to seal up the wound quickly. Thank you for your contribution. It means a lot to me.
And thank you as well for helping us again. I'm
Of course.
actually kind of one of the newest ones to the tribe here.
Oh, you're enjoying it so far?
Yes, I've only been with them all for about 4 years.
Oh. Really, I don't think I could actually live this sort of life, given how used to the city I am.
It's better than the life I used to live.
Uh, what was your life before, if you don't mind me asking?
I I was I worked at the Grand Library as a page.
The Grain Library?
As a page.
Would I know what that means?
Yes.
What a
The Grand Library there's only one place called the Grand Library, and that's in the capital of Jinral. It is the largest
yeah.
library in the world.
Oh god, she probably knows about Sachi.
That I'm hoping I could one day go there.
I was a page mostly working in incident reports.
Oh.
She definitely knows Sachi.
Oh, Sachi. About who Sachi is? No. Oh, Sachi, yes.
You wouldn't happen to know of a kitsune who caused quite a bit of chaos, would you?
You mean case number 7373?
Would Sachi hear that number?
Yes.
You mean me?
Oh no. Okay, that answers a lot more questions than I thought it would. By the way, I'm glad you're happy here. Well, this lifestyle I can't imagine ever being something for me, but I'm glad that at least someone's able to find something they like doing. As they go out and, well, first, look, they got the blood. That's easy. That's fine. They could probably wait, keep it from coagulating. All the while trying to actually fix what Sachi did.
The reprimand's never really took with her.
What tools checks do I need to make?
This wasn't a normal idiot. This was a colossal idiot.
This wasn't the normal idiot.
Darn straight!
I'm just hearing this, and I'm just like, man.
In order to fix the necklace, you would have to make several jeweler's checks over multiple days.
I made a character that's barely intelligent.
Damn straight. About as straight as an MC Escher, Peyton. Okay, then. Let's see. Jeweler's tools. I'm guessing intelligence. Wisdom, charisma.
Pretty sure
Uh,
intelligence is one of my dumb stats.
intelligence or dexterity?
I'm gonna go with intelligence. Submit. That's a 19. Okay, that's good.
So you're able to get some of it done tonight.
Okay.
And around the time you get that done, dinner preparations are almost ready. But let's rewind. And Agamida, what would you have been doing while everyone was doing all this?
I think Agamida would have been outside the cave and just kind of practicing like the move that that Vixen did, like tried to mimic that jump and how she came crashing down on the basilisk. And uh yeah, Gambita does not have the grace for it. Um so there's just a bunch of and she's like got a stick that she's trying to, kind of shaped into a crude tonfa, and there's a bunch of like, small notches in the ground where you know she hit it and didn't do a lot of damage. And so that's what she's been doing. She's trying to figure out like how did Vixen do that?
Doing that. There's just one of the Werebadger people just watching you. This one is a
hmm
oh, it's the Asimar.
hmm
Just sitting there watching you for doing this, like for like however long you're doing it.
hmm Oh yeah, yeah. Agamita is like single-minded, and it takes her a while to notice this Asimar uh, were-badger person. Um, but when she does, uh, she makes a few more attempts and then stops and says, "Ah, are are you trying to learn this technique as well?"
I was just I was just watching you because you seem like you're pretty strong. And you seem to be very talented at what you're doing.
Mm, mm, this is crude. Th- I am. I could not do my my team member. Uh, I guess that's what we're calling ourselves to each other, team mates. It's anyway. Um, I'm I'm trying to do what she did, and I don't know how. I didn't see what she did, so that makes it very hard for me to know. But I heard the others talking about it, and so I'm kind of going from feel. Like there was a jump, and then she crashed down on the basilisk with enough power to make its scales fall off. And I don't feel like I'm doing much, but I'm glad that you think I look strong. Um, it's it's a it's been a weird day for me.
I think it's been a weird day for all of us.
Mm, well, it I wouldn't say that losing uh your den mates is so much weird as uh
Anything
it's
Sachi does.
tragic. It's uh I don't necessarily understand uh the feeling of you know, that you have, because in my tribe dying is very normal, but usually we die in battle and not by accident. It's it's a rare lizard folk that you know doesn't know what it needs to do to survive even right out of the egg. So the fact that your den mates perished in such a uh, in such a way, well, in I would just say in my culture, they would be looked down on for getting themselves killed outside of combat.
Interesting. I've never met culture like that before.
We are we are people who are always looking out for danger, and so we don't generally we don't generally live underground. And not that I've thought about it much, but I think the reason why we don't is because it's a lot easier to see threats coming when you're living on the surface or in trees.
Well, it's a lot harder for threats to get to you once you live underground.
Mm, I would simply, if I were a threat, I would walk into one of the entrances and know that I would find someone vulnerable inside. But enough about our respective cultures. Is there anything you can uh, you can help me with, to replicate this technique? Did you see what Vixen did to that basilisk?
Well, I was watching from the distance, and I think the problem you're having is when you're making your strikes, you're striking as if you were striking with a spear.
Mm. That's a good
Have you
point.
tried striking as if you are putting your whole body into the thing?
Mm, I thought that's exactly what I was doing, but maybe you're right. This is something that the humans taught me when I was living with them. That
People generally
I
tend to fall back on the weapons that they know how to use when trying to learn new techniques rather than focusing on the specifics of the weapons that they are using.
uh you sound you sound like the drill sergeant. I hated that guy, but he was right. Mm,
I
I
used to be a member of the Sword Empire military.
mm, is that right? I
Yes.
was I lived at Tree Tower, which is a colony of humans not far from my tribe's lands.
Hmm.
They were very instructive, although I didn't live with them because I wanted to. It was an obligation. But they taught me how to use so many weapons. But I don't think I ever accepted their teachings as something I wanted to something I wanted to adopt for myself. So I've been using the same weapons over and over again. Maybe maybe you're right that I need to either strike with the weapon that I have, or I need to strike with a different intent. Mm.
Have you
Mm.
tried making the strike with the weapon that you already know how to use, or
Yes, the glaive or my claws. That is, maybe I can't do what Vixen did because I'm using different weapons. Mm. It's frustrating. I hate when she's right. especially about combat. Mm, I'm going to try this with my glaive and see what I can come up with. And Agamira goes back to attempting the same move, but trying to slice the ground with her glaive instead,
Okay.
and seeing what she can do with this like leaping, technique that she only knows just from imagining what Vixen did.
I'm going to say this. Make me an attack at the ground with advantage.
Okay. Let's
Did you
see.
enjoy the treat?
Tooth. All right, with advantage. I strike the ground
You
successfully.
actually make a decent gash in the ground.
Well, that's better, but unless I'm trying to plant a crop, this isn't useful to me. Ugh, I need a prey. I need. Ah, Asimar, are you willing to be a target as I leap from the rocks?
No, but I have an idea. As she goes into the woods and comes back a bit later with
Mhm.
a. Let me see what is. With a wild buck that she has tied up.
Um. Okay, a wild buck. Okay, you'll need to release it. And then I will leap upon it and strike it and try to accomplish something new with my weapon.
Okay.
Uh, and she Agamita like scrambles up the rocks. And did I don't even remember her name. Uh, did she untie the buck?
As soon as you get up the cliff, she does.
Okay. Um, and Agamira immediately, you know, makes a huge leap, to attack the buck, as it's running.
Make an attack. That's damage.
Sorry. Yep. Yeah,
Let's
14.
see. What is a bug's AC again?
I don't know.
Looking it up.
I could also roll an attack roll. I mean,
It actually hits.
Oh, it actually hits. Okay.
And you deal the damage plus you deal the fall damage to the deer.
Oh, and fall damage. Cool. And it is still alive.
Roll the damage.
Okay, I'll roll the damage.
And I'll roll the fall damage.
Okay.
What is fall damage again?
1d6 for every 10 feet.
Okay, that's 40 feet, so that'd be 46.
46. Okay.
As you slice the buck clean in half
And,
from head to tail.
That's great. Yeah, she Agamira slices down and lands hard on the ground, and is just sprayed with blood, and she she's satisfied by the result, but there's something like something that's just missing that she just isn't really it doesn't really understand yet, and she's and it's a Vixen's use of key, obviously, but Agamita doesn't understand that, so she's just like, you know, she knows it went well. She performed the strike. It hit. The prey is dead, but something more is, it was kind of just the mechanical part of the combat, and Agamita is puzzled as to why she is frustrated. She doesn't even understand like what she is looking for, if not the evisceration of her prey. And she just um she stops, and covered in blood, she uh you know just kind of walks to the rocks, and kind of sits down and ponders for the first time about the things that she cannot do.
Okay, and with that, we'll cut back to everyone, and the feast gets ready for being made. The meat is cooked. The
I
people are
rolled
gathered.
for cooking. It was a 21.
Well, to be fair, both you and Colton were cooking, so I need a roll from Colton as well. Colton, roll for cook.
We do have a lot of stuff that we need to cook, so help is very much good.
Necro.
Yes.
Necro,
So,
roll for cook.
right.
Because both you and Sachi were cooking, so we need to roll for cook. We already got Sachi's roll. Okay,
Wait,
you two need together make an amazing feast for everyone. There's a lot of grilled basilisk meat. As you all sit down on rocks that were hastily put together as chairs with logs that were hastily put together as tables, you all get together around to eat. And as you're eating, you notice that there's one of you missing.
Wait, what?
Darian is not at the tables eating alongside all of you.
Do you know where you went?
Did any of us see where he went?
Can I?
Sachi most likely did not watch where he went because he was rather agitated earlier, and Sachi's probably going to try not to aggravate him more. Because Sachi has, at this point in time, realized just how much chaos she's caused today, and is mildly reflecting on that.
I don't
I
think
don't know if
Vixen would be focusing on Darian. I think she has, like, even though she doesn't feel personally responsible for this, she feels like she wants to do as much as possible to try and make this right and try to keep everyone like happy.
Mm.
But it, it, is there a chance that Vixen could have seen Darian going off somewhere?
yeah.
No,
What I'm gonna
not really. Because what time that Darian would have done that, you would have been busy with other things.
yeah,
Okay.
would Colton have, because he did say he was going to try and babysit him, so he was probably would try to keep an eye on him if he could.
Would you have been keeping an eye on him while you were cooking?
Probably.
Okay, I will allow you to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Alrighty.
14.
14.
Do you need me to roll a stealth?
Stealth. Yes, from Darian. You did not notice Darian wandering off. You just, while you were turned away for 1 second working on cooking some meat, he just kind of vanished.
Well, the question is, would he have tried to stealth away, or would he just walked away?
The way that I described it, as like when he noticed no one was looking at it, he probably just walked away.
Yeah.
He just walked into the forest.
Well, Demeter has no ill will towards Darian. Darian has not given Demeter a reason to, care, so would not have been paying attention when he walked away.
However, you do notice that there is near the remains of the basilisk, there is a note daggered into the ground. And a small...
There's also a bag, small bag as well, yeah.
Conan's gonna grab it and read it.
The note reads, "Scouting ahead will be at the..." what was the name of that inn again?
Wait, haven't we not been to an inn for a while?
We'll be at the Hedgehog Quills Inn. Which is on the route to the city that you're all heading towards. P.S. I've left the eyes in the bag to the side of this note. Could you do something to stop the eyes from rotting? Thanks, Darian.
Is the Phil? Are you gonna go fast to the inn?
I just looked
No.
at the name of all the inns that I had in this country. It's not my fault that was the Hedgehog Quill.
Gotta go fast.
Ironically, it's grassland, which is his favorite terrain. So yeah, he can go pretty fast, pretty stealthily.
Green Hill Zone.
About how long ago did Darren go missing?
Probably about an half hour, an hour ago, somewhere around there.
Oh, by the way, I didn't answer Liza. It would have been fast paced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's by himself.
Carlton's gonna bring the letter to Aeraus. Goes, well, apparently he buggered off to the next city.
Yeah. He's a big boy, he can look after himself. And me up says.
It's okay.
I'm not thinking about what he said. He said he's scouting, but he's gonna meet us in the next city. That's not really scouting.
I think that's code for I want some time by myself.
Mhm.
And if
I had
he decided to do this, therefore, if he gets in trouble, it's his own fault.
I had hoped that he would I hoped that he would try to take a more active role in making up for his carelessness. I was trying to not speak for him. I wanted to give him the space to do this on his own, to be mature about this. I guess I
Is he
was
not
wrong.
on his own?
He is. That solitude and maturity are not they are not mutually exclusive.
He
Uh,
seems very mature to
At least,
to me.
at
it
least they didn't
seems
make
like
a big scene about it.
he's running away from his shame. I am disappointed. And you see like Vixen's getting like kind of like a little bit emotional. I I thought he was going to be better than everything that he's been projecting for the last several hours, and I thought that he was realizing that he made a mistake and he was going to find it in himself to work through his anger and even if he didn't apologize in front of the whole group, at least apologize to Cirrus. But it
Um,
seems like that kind of apology will not be forthcoming, and the best that these and Vixen just gestures towards everyone else and says, the best that these poor people are going to get is us cleaning
is
up his mess.
If I
there
may
was
say something,
something I may have missed something, but wasn't killing the basilisk the apology that was decided on? And what do you mean he's running away? He said he was scouting ahead. Isn't that tactically useful?
I mean, scouting
that's
only works if you return to report what you found.
And we will meet him at this inn, and he will tell us. Oh, I see.
Yes, he's
Oh,
running
maybe
away.
he's going to go past the inn.
if I may say something, back before all this, if he did something like this, he probably would have made a big show about it. At least with this, he's learned to, be quiet about it and just. I think he thought in his own mind that he'd try not to worry us about it.
Plus, he did
That he,
promise to return here in a year's time.
and and Vixen, I understand that he had smoke from. People don't usually change overnight, and if they do, it doesn't look natural. It doesn't feel natural. The
I
change one needs to change slowly, naturally.
I know. I'd hoped. I was call it a bit of a op, me being a bit of an optimist. I was hoping that perhaps, given the gravity of the situation, that this this sort of evolution would happen a bit faster.
Also, he did get turned to a were badger, and badgers are known to be well, badgers don't usually care.
To be fair,
It,
yes, he does have our gift inside him now.
so he probably has gained some new anger management issues because of that.
Wait, sorry, out of character. Colton just has a potentially worrying thought. What's the state of the moon tonight?
Oh, I should check the moon phases.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Colton's just like,
I didn't think about that either.
yeah. Colton just like thinks, just thinks to himself, like, well, too fair. But Colton
Wait a
probably
minute.
too fair. Colton, think about this does make sense. He is a sailor.
Okay.
So-
Inner world lunar panel phases. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Inner
wait a
world.
minute.
Sachi's completely oblivious to that.
Yeah, Colton isn't gonna say anything. He just has a
Oh,
thought, just
boy.
like looks up at the sky, just like tries to calculate, figure
I
it out.
Yeah.
really wanted Sachi to realize what she's done to Sidon and Demeter because Vixen really did get into the Sachi's head there, but she still hasn't realized just how much she's screwed over Sidon and Demeter yet.
I have
It
a
was
lower,
only a DC 10.
I have a lower pain
Oh, wow.
threshold than Demeter, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah, and as far as realizing the thing with with Darian and the phases of the moon, Vixen will not have that like realization on her own. She is focused on like
Uh,
trying to ease like the pain of the recent event for these people as much as she possibly can.
yeah, he's lycanthropic. Wait, he's lycanthropic.
Okay, we are in.
And Sidon,
Okay,
Yeah,
your point. Well, Demeter's parents didn't own a farm. with the way Demia is, she probably she probably worked on her neighbors' farms a lot growing up, so she has a lot of pain tolerance.
Yeah,
We are
pairing up the farm girl with the nerdy tech person.
We are we
Just
are
be glad it wasn't with Sachi. She basically doesn't register pain.
we are on the third of Cathil, and I just realized that.
What does that mean?
You are like just a few days away from needing to make your first save on that.
That's a few days away. That's fine for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the time you reach that town, it will probably be that day.
No.
What do you mean, no?
The inn that they're going to is not at the town. It's about just 5 hours away from where you guys are right now.
Okay,
so by carriage we can, like, if we leave in the morning, we'll get there by what, afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I think Dorian will get there in about 3 hours.
Yep. And we got a fast pace.
What's that going to do with the Shard Sea?
Lunar panels are going to be fun.
Oh boy.
I have, as a player, there is something I want to test when that happens. I want to see if something has an effect or not.
Well, in answer to Sidon's question, something that most people aren't currently aware of is that Sachi did, when she reconnected to the network, try to set up everything so that when we did get to the town that we needed to get to, we'd have the ships and stuff ready ahead of time.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. Lycanthropy on the Shard Sea.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And also, remember, he's the navigator.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully someone there, hopefully our not shipwright, not captain. The pilot, I guess, knows what the hopefully the helmsman knows of the island that I'm trying to get to.
Let's hope.
Oh.
But yeah, so just to check. So what's the moon?
Oh, you are 4 days away from where the lunar panels will align in a way that it would affect were badgers.
And how many days travel do we have till we get to the next city?
After you leave this place to the oh, that'll be fun.
Wait,
It's
how many?
4 days exactly, isn't it?
It is 4 days exactly.
God damn it!
Okay, cool.
We'll probably set up camp like just outside the city before we get there. I think that's the best course of action.
Oh no! I just realized something even worse. We're dealing with the were badger.
No,
you're not. We're honey badger.
Need I remind you of a certain badger named Stoffel?
And can I just point something out? Can I point something out for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
I understand Dorian won't be exactly in his right mind. However, so I only will do the physical skills. Dorian has proficiency in acrobatics, athletics, insight, perception, investigation, stealth. He's going to be a honey badger. He's going to be a were honey badger that knows how to use. Who knows? Yeah, who has a certain set of skills. Obviously, I'm not including the intelligence-based stuff. I'm only including
Yeah, so you're Wolverine. Wolverine.
Also, remember that honey badgers and badgers have a burrow speed.
Mm-hmm. He's not just if he goes full feral honey badger, where honey badger, he's not just going to be Wolverine. He's going to be the new ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah.
AKA Wolverine with no personality except for the feral instinct of hunt and do what the Russians tell me to do. Only without the Russians.
Yeah. So Colton having
So
this realization.
Anyways, you guys have your feast. You can talk as you will.
So something that if we can do like like a retcon of like this would have happened sometime during the preparation. I want to like pull Sidon aside and say, "Hey, Sidon, I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know if you can make something like this uh, in the moment, but because it's just going to be me performing, do you have anything that can hold sounds? I know that there are some items where you can play music into it and it will record. It will hold on to the that music, and then when you activate it, it will play it back. Is there anything like that that you could make? It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be small enough that I can attach it to my instrument. And um, out of character, what she's asking is, can you use? I believe it's a level 1 skill that the artificer has. It's the like
infuse item.
not the infused item. It's the magical trinkets thing.
Magical tinkering.
Yes, yes. Um,
Yeah, I think I can do something. Give me a moment. As they look around and pick up a small, a small, like a small flat, a small flat stone, and start tinkering to record sound.
so basically, what I want to have is I want to have as many of these as I can um, on my instrument, so that I can, while I'm playing, I can just touch it, and then it will play um, something that I pre-recorded that can be played along with whatever song I'm playing.
I love this.
Basically, you're aiming for the loop pads so that you can
Basically,
create the
yeah.
sound, start the loop. It'll keep repeating that, and then you add to that as you progress.
Well, it's more that I want it to be like more like a chorus. Um, so like I like I like I personally like me as the player, like I know very little about music. I played saxophone while I was in middle school, but it's it's like when you have two people playing the same piece, but each of them are playing like either in a different key or but it's the same piece.
Yeah, a
That makes sense.
harmony, a duet.
Harmony. Yes,
harmony.
exactly. Yep. So I want to be able to have a harmony that I play for certain songs, for some parts of certain songs.
And you're telling me you're not a bard as they're tinkering.
Listen, just because I'm a monk doesn't mean that I can't have hobbies that don't involve beating people up.
Okay, but when your music starts to change the world around you, don't come crying to me. As they hand you the requisite stones.
Okay, and how many is Sidon able to make for Vixen?
Let's see. Let's see. You can bestow magic on multiple objects, touching one object each time you use this feature, though a single object can only bear one property at a time, and it can't. Let's see. The maximum number of objects you can affect with this feature at one time is equal to your intelligence modifier at four. 4 stones.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So then I would have like prepared, for tried to for arranging my selection so that way each each stone could be used for a couple of different songs.
Brought to you by Vixen, not a bard. Just quickly hidden one of those.
And then yeah, we'll cut back to the feast.
Yep. Now, if you want to, you can roll me a performance with advantage, or you roll your instrument with advantage, to see how well the performance goes.
And how does this affect my magic buildup at all?
No, your magical tinkering will not affect your magical buildup.
Okay, good.
I figured that would be
Awesome.
too cruel.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, oh, that's.
I'll be happy to say that
It's not terrible.
it's just not.
Han,
It's an average of performance.
Han, can Demias roll a performance check to try to make Vixen look better by comparison?
You can try, yes.
So what? Do you have to roll lower or higher than her?
About this time, I think Sachi's still cooking because we have a lot of meat for her to finish cooking.
It does make Vixen look better.
I would have left it. That was a natural 20.
Demias helping by being bad.
But the meal goes on. There's delightful conversation. Cirrus invites you all to rest with them in the cave for the night.
Yeah.
Or you can set up your cabin outside the cave, your choice.
Regardless of what everyone else does, I'll bunk with them tonight.
So,
Sachi will set up the cabin. Try and stay away from people for a little bit because she has an inkling that she's done something bad, but she's not 100% positive what that was yet. So she's basically punishing herself by secluding herself a little bit.
Demia just snuggles with Sidon all night once they fix the necklace, thinking it will help.
It'll take a few days.
Is already asleep by the time you say that.
So,
What should I roll for what kind of cabin we get this time?
roll me the D20 again.
That's a 6.
6. That's not the outhouse. The outhouse is 4 or lower. That is the single room.
Okay.
So yeah, but she's just kind of trying not to cause more trouble.
As Demeter sleeps, I will try to quietly work on the what is it, the regulator that's needed to be infused?
Yes.
Using spare bullets and bullet material that they have, as well as some copper wiring, because I'm pretty sure that's what's used in there as well.
When Sidon finally goes to sleep, you have a dream about Demeter's past. You have a dream about Demeter's mother's reading her a bedtime story about a fairy tale. While Demeter, you have a dream about the day that Sidon was banished from their hometown.
Kaboom.
I get trauma, but it's the only way to give to me a trauma, not
someone else's trauma.
Someone else's trauma.
I rolled to see what dreams the two of you would have, and that's what I got.
I would have laughed if they got the same thing that I got from her. But instead it would just been the exact opposite.
So, you all sleep with Demeter dreaming of Sidon accidentally causing an explosion and getting banished from their village. Well, from
Did
their
you
city.
have a table for Sachi?
Yes, I have a table for Sachi.
What kind of things would they have been experiencing?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Chances are it's
I'm-
not even your memories. It's probably someone else's.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. She has so many people bouncing around in her head.
But yeah, a quick thing. So everyone else is going to sleep, yeah?
Yep.
Well, Cole doesn't. Well, one Cole doesn't need to sleep. So what he's then going to do is wait until everyone's like nice and comfortable and asleep, and he's then going to sneak off to go
Okay.
and try and find. He's going to go. He's going to go off to try and find Darian.
Okay.
Because well, Darian also needs to sleep, and yeah, so Cole's going to use that as a chance to try and catch up to him.
Let me roll. I rolled for Darian to see if Darian getting encounters and got nothing. Let me roll for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it probably would have been pretty. It would have been hard for someone to find him.
Okay, no, you also didn't get any encounters. You both got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking encounter table's failing me. That's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when you all wake in the morning, you notice that Colton is gone.
Check's the same place that we found Darius's note to see if Gowan left a note there.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me. I need to check something.
Oh,
When
and
Colton left a note.
You don't get weird Sachi shenanigans this morning.
I think Cole probably would
Lucy-
have left a note.
Lucy's not-
You know, what would we do? Where is it? You know, he's writing off to console a moody teenager.
quick question: when Darian left that note, did I hear right that there was also a bag with the note, or am I
Yeah, the
mistaken?
bag with
All right,
the
just
eyes
the
of the
eyes.
basilisk.
Okay, so it's just the eyes. Okay.
And narratively, I assume we, have taken care of those.
Yeah.
Also, Demeter, when you wake up, Cyan is already up, and they're silently sniffling and crying.
Demia looks at you and goes, right, that was a big explosion. It's rubbing her ears like, personally, I picture the way Demia's dream, and it's literally, it would happen in semi-reverse, you getting banished, and then it slowly flashed back to the explosion. The last thing Demia heard in her dream was the explosion. So she's just waking up with ringing ears.
I wish I had that kind of family.
My mum's a great.
They start bawling.
Hugs you. Your families are kind of assholes.
I know.
It's just hugging.
You all gather around for the morning. You notice that the ones missing are, well, in addition to Darian missing, Colton is missing now.
So the question is, which one of us finds the note?
I'm going to roll a D.
Narratively, I think it would be the most sense for Vixen to find it.
Yeah, also, I
Yeah,
Vixen?
Vixen finds it.
I could easily see that. Or Sachi, who's going back to the corpse to get more meat to cook for the morning, while the meat's still usable.
I rolled a D6 with Dixon has 1, Agamida has 2, Demeter has 3, Sidon has 4, and Sachiko has 5. And a reroll if it was a 6, and I got a 1.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I find the note. So Vixen finds the note, reads it, just first just like a wry chuckle, then okay. All right.
Cole's got to be a dad.
Yeah.
By the way, am I still rainbow?
You're the new tour guide.
Do I still have a rainbow tint to me?
Yes, but it's starting to fade a bit.
Yeah. Also,
Oh, I need to
actually,
start
question.
working.
I just had a thought. Has anyone like displayed any like good navigation skills in the party?
Yeah, Darian.
Yeah, other than
Darian.
Darian.
Because also, he left on the notes, he left directions to the inn.
Yes.
I have decent survival abilities, so I might be able to
Okay.
track them,
I-
but that's about it.
I'm trained in survival, but I'm handicapped by bad wisdom.
You guys do have a direction that Darian left to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so they do
wait.
have like, yeah, they do have directions to be able to get to the place. Okay.
And it's not a go due north. It's follow this road to this landmark. Then compass due north. So it's like it's a step by step guide of how to get there.
Oh
'Cause
god,
he
so
is-
you get one thing wrong, you're fucked.
If Tachi can keep her head straight for long enough, that wouldn't be too hard for her to follow. The key for that is Sachi keeping her head straight.
Unfortunately, he didn't leave any of his maps with you, guys.
Oh, right. I need to look. Let's see. Aperture gaze.
Well, I mean, we have a map, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a map, just not his.
that's fine. I mean, with the directions and all of us putting our heads together, we should be fine. It's good that Vixen's the one driving.
Are you okay?
Let's see.
Hun,
Yeah.
essentially we're going to be wrapping this up soon. I'm starting to get a bit trained.
We're literally about to reach the ending.
Okay, I wasn't sure how.
Oh,
I was gonna say, 'cause
great.
we probably should do maybe the Dorian and Colton bit.
Yes,
Maybe?
that's what I was going to say. As you guys all wake up and get ready in the morning, we're going to shift over to the Hedgehog Quill Inn, where early in the morning, Colton is
what
there.
I say, what time did Dorian get in?
Darian would have gotten there like close to like 10 p.m. ish.
Then, because I'll just do it very quick.
What, to the inn?
There's only
Yes.
Colton wouldn't have caught up with them on the way there.
Not really,
Mm.
because you guys had dinner and then you left after everybody went to sleep.
Yes, that's like a few hours.
Yeah, and it was only going to take Darian 3 hours to get there.
Yeah,
And-
Darian left at 7, got there at 10.
Wait, I thought you said it was 4 days. The place was 4 days away.
No,
No, town is 4 days away.
the town we're going to is 4 days. This particular inn is
Oh, I thought the inn
Right.
was in the town.
No, the inn's
No,
on
no,
the
no.
way to the town.
no. Dorian just wanted to be alone. He didn't want to like separate from the whole.
Okay, I thought it was like saying. Okay, I
office.
thought the inn was in the town.
No,
No.
Okay.
no. It's just a traveling. Yeah. So the two things is he'd ask for like a secluded room, and he'd also ask at the bar if there's anyone who can send a message to the city that their estate is in.
Already lost.
Well,
Carlos, that's it.
we do have a wire system that'll send a message to 1 second, need to look at the name of the town. My brain doesn't always work. We do have a wire system that'll send a message to Azradon, which can then send a message to Cardilos for you. You want us to?
Sure.
The wire house opens at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah. Thanks.
Here's a key to your room.
Thanks. How much for the room?
Just 2 silver for the night.
He hands over 2.
Here's your key and have a good night.
Yeah.
At around, since you left 3 hours behind him and don't have favorite terrain, it'll take you the full 5 hours to get there. So you get there at around like 3 a.m.
Okay.
Colton. So
Yeah.
Darian's long asleep.
Colton's gonna wait down. Colton's just gonna go to wait downstairs.
Okay. At around, when do you wake up in the morning, Darian?
I'm not gonna lie. Dorian cried himself to sleep. He's pretty depressed. I'll be honest. I'm just taking from my experience of depression. It's probably going to be whenever someone knocks on his door.
Okay.
I don't want to be difficult. It's just
Yeah. At around like 10 a.m., there'd probably be the maid service knocking on the door.
yeah. He'll get up, put on his traveling pants and just go to the door.
I'm so sorry. We need to clean the room for today.
Give me 10.
The small kobold nods and walks away.
Thanks. Yeah, he'll be out in 10 minutes.
As you head downstairs, you see in the corner of the tavern just Colton sitting there.
Just walks over to the bar, orders two bowls of food. Just sits
And
down at a table with eating from one of them.
Colton, you walk over.
Yeah, he's gonna walk over and sit down. Morning, Darian.
Morning, Colton.
You're up late. You're up late today.
Yep. Decided to have a sleep in.
Insight check.
Insight check versus depression.
22.
Is depression a 5.5 skill?
Yeah, I've got the 2020 D&D 2025. It's a new skill.
Is it based on
No.
deception
It's a
or
sanity check.
persuasion?
It's a sanity check.
Roll deception, Darian. If you're trying to hide it. If not, just...
I don't think he is. I don't know if he is or not.
Well, you're not hiding it then. Colton, yeah, you can tell that Darian's depressed.
What's up?
What do you think?
What specifically?
I killed 3 people. My god decided to talk to probably one of the few friends I have, and now, because of what happened, I can't safely have kids now.
Where
So I
was
feel
genetics like passed on?
like empathy's passed on.
Lycanthropy can be passed on by children, yes.
And to top it all off, I have to tell Laura all this. And the fifth thing, I wasn't even able to own up to it, to what I did. Gotta blame Vixen for what they did. Hell, I think it would have been quite odd if Vixen had thought I was gonna just own up to it.
Well, why didn't you?
I was. Points to his nose. Vixen.
Okay, I'm slightly lost. What?
He was going to let them.
When Dorian last session, where after he was told what all he said to everyone else, what the thing he said to the head to the head of the clan was, let's take this over to take this over there. When Dorian said that, Vixen then punched him and then took over negotiations. Dorian at that time was going over to accept whatever punishment. So basically, what he's saying is he understands that Vixen didn't know that that's what Dorian was going to do because it's very out of character for him for him to do that.
And everything leading up to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. He understands why Vixen did it, but it's still Vixen took away his chance to own up to it. So, and he's kind of, if that makes sense.
Then why did you leave the meal? If you truly wanted to own up to it, why not stay?
Could you look at the people that you took their loved ones away from? Be honest. Because I
I'm
know
debating
stuff.
like how many flashbacks Colton is having right now.
Several. Several.
Could scratch that for you. No.
Yeah, Colin just like. Hold on, I'm gonna see how well he hides the flashbacks. Not well, not well. Just kind of pauses for a minute, just kind of like stares up into the distance for a second, and just.
So many.
Colton looks to the camera, eyes wide, looks back at Darian.
Yes. Because if you don't, if you can't look at the things you've done wrong, eventually you'll have nothing to look at.
That's why I'll be going back in a year.
So you just simply aren't ready to speak to them.
Not yet. Not yet, Colton.
Is any consolation? Main thing I've learned from my lifetime is that when you make a mistake, there are two options. You either run from it or learn from it.
Well, I guess lucky for everyone, my god demands that I learn. So there's that.
And what lesson did you learn?
For now, no. Those with power need to be careful how they use it. There's more, but let's be honest, that's the main part of it.
That is a lesson, yes.
I'm not saying it's the only thing, but
I would argue there is a greater lesson to be learned than that, though.
no.
Heard the phrase "look before you leap."
Yeah, it's funny because um, the teacher both teaches that lesson, but also promotes you to not follow it at the same time. I understand there's nuance, Colton, but nuance isn't for today.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on. Sorry. There's a make sure I understand.
I know.
Yeah. So, what do you mean your teacher told you it, but didn't practice? Didn't practice.
Pulls out his a religious symbol of a golden eye.
You gave it to me, remember?
Oh, I did. I forgot. Yeah, sorry, I did.
Reaches into his pocket, realizes he doesn't have it.
Yeah, he goes to pull it, and just forgets it. It's like,
Oh shit.
yeah, I follow the golden teacher. Same god that Sidon's been seeing. I'm not. My app, the maps I make, it's a pilgrimage for me.
Are you jealous of Sidon?
No, just when you have when you're having the worst day of your life, everything can make it worse.
I suppose depends how long the bad day lasts. Eventually, if you have enough bad days, you do become numb to it. Though that's not advice; that's a warning.
It's fine, Colton.
It's clearly not fine.
I will feel better. Just not right away.
I get out by home? No. Okay. That feels like a good place to end for the night.
Yep. Say goodbye, everyone.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fare thee well.
Bye.
Night.